Imagine this. One morning, America slaps a 50% tariff on everything India exports, from textile to gems and auto part to life-saving medicines. A direct strike aimed at slowing India's rise. Sound scary? But at the same time, India plays its masterstroke, a brand new GST regime that makes essential cheaper, cars affordable, appliances within reach, and insurance completely tax free. Now, the question is, will America's tariffs crush India's growth story, or has India just turned the game around, where the pain comes back to hit the US harder than us? What's changing in India's GST revolution? Effective 22nd September 2025, India rewrites its tax rulebook. For complicated slabs, gone. Now only two main slabs, 5% and 18%. A new 40% slab for luxury and sin goods like tobacco, carbonated drinks, and big engine cars. And the biggest relief, zero GST on life and health insurance. Key reductions essentials and FMCG. Toothpaste, shampoo, snacks, food items down to 5%. Appliances and electronics. TV, fridges, ACs, dishwashers cut from 28% to 18%. Small car and select vehicles from 28% to 18%. Agriculture inputs, fertilizers, stationery, medicines, mostly 5% or nil. Winners, the Indian middle class, small businesses and families planning festive shopping. How consumers benefit, this isn't just policy jargon. This hits your monthly bills directly. Lower grocery bills, everyday goods cheaper. Durables within reach, save thousands on ACs, fridges, and televisions. Affordable vehicles, EMI burden down on small cars and two-wheelers. Insurance tax-free, families save up to 18% instantly. More disposable income with essential cheaper. Households have extra money for leisure, savings, and investment. In short, life gets lighter for consumers, demand gets stronger for businesses. Why this is India's counter to US tariffs? Now let's connect the dots. The US tariff hike makes Indian goods 50% costlier abroad. That's a blow to exporters. But the India's GST cuts are the cushion. Here is how. Boosting domestic demand even if exports slow. Local buyers keep industries running. Import substitution. Cheaper Indian made goods mean people prefer domestic brands over costly imports. Helping Indian companies, FMCG giants, automakers, electronics brands gain massive volume at home, balancing export losses. Saving cycle, insurance and healthcare relief free up money. People spend more, economy keeps rolling. Macroeconomic cushion. Analyst predicts GST cuts could lift by 100 to 120 basis point in the next year. So America may think it hit India, but India quietly shifted its growth engine inward, making us less dependent on them. The hidden cost to the US. But here's the twist. These tariffs don't just hurt India, they also boomerang back to America. Costlier imports, US buyers pay more to Indian textiles, jewelry, auto parts, medicines. Supply chain headache. Shifting to Vietnam, Mexico, or Bangladesh raises cost. US companies in India, Apple, Walmart, Amazon, GE, all rely on India. Tariffs choke their supply chains too. Pharma shock. India is the backbone of America's cheap generic medicines. With tariffs, US healthcare bills could rise. Inflationary push. Higher imports costs, higher prices for American consumers. So while India softens to blow with GST reforms, US citizens and companies may end up footing a bigger bill. Market reactions. The story is already visible. The stock market cheered, Sensex jumped 500 plus points, Nifty rose 1%. FMCG majors like HUL and ITC surged up to 7% in single day. Auto and appliance makers rallied. Bond markets relaxed, seeing less fiscal pressure. Analysts now predict India's GDP could climb to 6.5% in financial year 26 and even touch 7% in financial year 27. So here's the reality. America may have fired the first shot with 50% tariffs, but India responded not with anger, but with strategy. Cheaper goods for families, stronger demand for businesses, a simplified tax system for investors. The world's message is clear. India is no longer just an export driven economy. It's a self sustaining powerhouse where a billion consumers can fuel growth with or without America. And in this global power game, it might just be the US, not India, that feels the real burn of its own tariff war.